Hello everyone, welcome, come on in. You know information is power, so let's get started. In today's video we're going to talk about the recent verdict in Santa Fe, New Mexico against the armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed. Now she was just found guilty, so we are going to listen to a short clip to get us a little bit of the background, and then I'm going to come back to you with my opinion.
You were in the room when the lady, when someone was shot?
Holding the gun, yeah.
Okay.
A rehearsal that went terribly wrong. Alec Baldwin had been getting ready for a scene during filming for the Western movie Rust in New Mexico when a pistol he was holding went off, killing 42-year-old cinematographer Halyna Hutchins and wounding the director Joel Souza. Mr. Baldwin has always claimed he was not responsible for her death, saying he was told the gun did not contain any live rounds. He was first charged over a year ago, but the charges were dismissed when new evidence emerged that the gun may have been able to be fired without the trigger being pulled. But following a new forensic report, a grand jury has now concluded he should face trial, accused of involuntary manslaughter. The movie's armourer, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, is also facing the same charge. The film Rust was completed in Halyna Hutchins' memory following her death. Her family have welcomed the prospect of criminal trials, saying they've always wanted the truth about what happened that day. If convicted, Alec Baldwin could face up to 18 months in prison.
On the 6th of March 2024, the jury found the armorer was guilty of involuntary manslaughter for negligence in the use of a firearm or deadly weapon. So I just want to give you a brief kind of definition of what negligence is in criminal law. So that is when it's one of the expressions that's used to describe mens rea, and that is the mental attitude that's going on when you're committing an act that is likely to endanger the safety of another. So I hope that makes sense. So now I want you to look at a short clip of Hannah being interviewed by the police, and what you're looking for is was she negligent in the way she handled the firearm? So let's just check out that, and then we'll talk about it.
As the movie's armorer, Gutierrez Reed is in charge of guns on set. Detectives had her walk them through how she checked the one that killed Hutchins.
But you said only 4 of them had no primer caps and the other 2 did.
Yeah, the other 2 did. Yeah, I pulled that other one out slightly and looked for the hole.
I mean, those holes are at the bottom, though. You'd have to pull it out a pretty good ways.
I'm pretty sure it was, like, kind of midway.
Detectives then questioned her about telling the difference between a live round and a dummy.
That was the one that came out of the gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you noticed commonality between these that we suspect them to be live.
The silver? Okay. Alright.
That didn't stick out to you when you loaded that gun?
No.
Okay, so did you notice what she said right there? She said that she only pulled the bullet out a little bit to check it. She only pulled it out slightly to see if there was a hole in it. That to me screams negligent, like, you know, why did she do that? Was she a bit lazy? But let's listen to what else she says.
Gutierrez Reed told detectives she never did any target practice or fire weapons on set for fun. The detective then pointed out something about the live rounds.
Here's my thing with this company is this company doesn't produce live ammo.
So, what the That's insane.
Wow.
That had Gutierrez Reed's attorney questioning whether there was some sort of sabotage on set.
Was able to fire?
Made it into a live round, or just, I mean...
Are you serious?
That's speculation.
Oh my God.
The detective concludes the interview, still wondering where the live ammo came from.
Why would there be live ammo on the set?
I have no idea. At this point, it's kind of seeming like somehow these were mixed in.
Stephanie Chavez, KRQE News 13.
Hannah's own attorney also commented about how messy the ammunitions were stored, like how the guns and ammunitions were stored. That alone, in my opinion, should have said that, wait a minute, you know, I've got to take extra due care. I've got to be extra diligent. So Hannah's defense attorney does try to address this issue of her not being vigilant, I guess you could say, but they do it in a way that says, look, she had extra duties piled on. And Hannah does say that in the police interview, that they had given her extra duties. And I think she even says, you know, that she didn't get any more pay for it. So you could tell she was a bit upset about that. So let's listen to another clip and see if you don't hear a bit of a boom, because I think this is what convinced me in the trial that she was the one responsible. And if things were out of control, then should she have refused to be the armorer? But anyway, let's have a listen and then you can decide.
In your experience, have you worked and seen the interaction between prop masters and armorers?
I have.
And can you tell the jury, in your experience generally, how they interact? Who's in charge of the firearms and who's in charge of the ammunition, and then what the prop master role is?
Well, the prop master, more often than not, hires the armorer because that's a subset of that department. But the armorer is in charge of all ammunition, all firearms, maintaining them, keeping them safe, and inventorying the ammunition.
With those duties and responsibilities, would you believe it to be important in your experience to accord the armorer adequate time to do those duties?
Yes.
And would it be important to accord adequate resources for that armorer to do those duties?
Yes.
So did you catch what he said? Here, let me rewind so that you can hear again what he said. Who had the responsibility for the guns and ammunition?
The armorer is in charge of all ammunition, all firearms, maintaining them, keeping them safe, and inventorying the ammunition.
Well, there you have it. You heard it. That was their own expert who said that it's the armorer that has the responsibility to look after the guns and ammunition. So I just did a video, which you can see up on the screen. And in that video, we talk about the judge's sentencing comments. And the judge was very clear that when you have a job that has responsibilities and you've got to prioritize them, then you've got to look at which priorities are your main priorities. And if you can't do that, then, you know, you shouldn't take on that responsibility. And it is up to you, because don't forget, you're responsible for your own behavior. Now I want to play a short clip of someone else who was charged with negligent use of a deadly weapon, David Hall, who pleaded no contest. So let's listen to what he had to say.
David Hall's the first assistant director on Rust who took a plea deal for his role in the shooting, delivering this emotional account of what unfolded.
Did you speak to Ms. Hutchins when you approached her?
I did.
What did you say?
Are you all right?
Did she respond?
Yes. She said, I can't feel my legs.
Jeez, that was so emotional. So his plea agreement called for a suspended sentence and a fine of $500. That doesn't seem like very much. So why is Hannah going through all of this trial if she could have made a deal? In England and Wales, you can receive up to 1/3 off if you plead guilty and avoid, the trial. And, however, it is up to the judge. It is the judge's discretion, and the judge will have to follow the guidance. And depending, because some serious crimes will have, not as much wiggle room for the courts. So I thought it was odd that the defense made, their main part of their defense was that everything had to do with someone else and that it wasn't Hannah's fault. I'm sure there was a lot of, faults, that built up to everything. But as the armor, the buck really stopped with her, and she had the power to say, nope, sorry, we're shutting down. This isn't safe. And I think it's sad that she thought that there would be a defense to this. I think the jury made the right decision. It is sad that, she could now spend up to 18 months in prison and, most likely get a bigger fine because she's put everybody through a trial. However, she was cuffed as soon as the verdict was read, so I'm sure that time in jail will count towards her sentencing, so they'll be able to subtract it. But I do think, she probably would have been a lot better off to plead no contest like Mr. Halls did. So I don't know why she wasn't told about the risk, or maybe she was told. I don't know, but I'm sure we're going to hear all about it. And yeah, what's your thoughts? By leaving a comment, you may help someone else that will read your comment. And of course, I love to read all comments as they are valued, and together we can be more informed. And this information may help you or someone you know. In the meantime, on this channel, you'll find a variety of playlists to suit every curiosity about the justice system. And we provide you with a visual to information and the process. Going through a legal worry is devastating, and the Who Knew and Why Me playlists are designed to help you or someone you know. So please like this video if you like this kind of content. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be notified when I'm going live or upload another video. I'm Karen Cole from Legal Minded Friends. Information is power, meaning if you know something, you can make decisions that are right for you.